Welcome children. Today we will continue chapter 3 matter. Children, till now you know that in solids the constituent particles are held closely in fixed position due to a strong intermolecular force. In liquids the constituent particles are loosely packed and are free to move around. In gases the constituent particles are far away from each other and are free to move in any direction with high speed. In the solids which trap lot of air in the holes or pores in its structure are called porous solids. Example, sponge, soil and clay. Today I am going to teach you change of state of matter. So the three states of matter are interconvertible or interchangeable. So you can see here that solid can be changed into liquid and liquid can be changed into gas. Gas can be changed into liquid and liquid to solid either by heating or cooling. So this process is called interconversion of three states of matter. And the factors which decide whether a particular substance will be a solid, a liquid or a gas are temperature and pressure. So temperature and pressure are two factors which decide that a substance will be a solid, a liquid or a gas. Clear? Now children, you see this equation, and from this equation it is very clear that when ice is heated it melts to give water. That water is a liquid state, and water on further heating gives steam. Steam is the gaseous state. Clear? And steam on cooling gives water. Water is a liquid state, and again water on further cooling gives ice. That is the solid state of matter. So we can convert, we can change one state of matter into another either by heating or cooling. This is called interconversion of three states of matter. Next children, melting. What is melting? The change of state from solid to liquid is called melting or fusion. And the temperature at which a solid melts to form liquid is called its melting point. So melting is a process. Process of what? Process of change of solid into liquid. And what is melting point? Melting point is a temperature at which a solid melts into liquid. Understood the difference between melting and melting point? Melting is a process and melting point is the temperature. Is that clear? Now, second one, freezing or solidification. What is freezing or solidification? The change of state from liquid to solid is called freezing or solidification, and the temperature at which liquid freezes to form solid is called freezing point. Clear? Now, the third one is vaporization. The change of state from liquid to gas is called vaporization, and the temperature at which a liquid boils is called its boiling point. You know that boiling point of water is 100 degree Celsius. Melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius, and freezing point of water is also 0 degree Celsius. So these are temperature at which a matter melts, freezes or boils and change its one state to another state. And next one is condensation. What is condensation? The change of state from gas to liquid is called condensation. Clear till now? Next children, just go through your book. One explanation is given that in a solid, the constituent particles are closely packed. You all know, because there is a great intermolecular force and particles held their fixed position. When a solid is heated, its constituent particles gain kinetic energy. How do they get kinetic energy? They are getting kinetic energy from the heat. Heat is a form of energy, and that heat energy is converted into kinetic energy. At a stage, particles are able to overcome the cohesive forces and the solid melts to a liquid. On further heating, the particles in the liquid gain more kinetic energy At a stage, the kinetic energy of the particles becomes so large that the particles are able to escape out of liquid to form vapor or gas. Clear? Now, one more important process, physical process is sublimation. Now, what is sublimation? Certain substances change directly from solid to gas. Okay? And on heating, and from gas or vapor to solid on cooling. So this process is change from solid to gas on heating and gas to solid on cooling is called sublimation. So some common examples of sublimation are iodine and naphthalene. You all have seen naphthalene ball we use at home. Okay children? I will give you assignment questions that you have to do in your notebook. Till then, goodbye.